Welcome to the First and Zen Podcast 2016 recap. On this week's episode, we crown our new champ and recap the 2016 league year. Let's get started. Welcome to the podcast, 51%.
Good to be here, Kamish. How's it going?
Doing good. It's been a while, it's been, I think, about a week and a half since the last game of the year, but I think it's about time, the trophy's getting polished. It's an exchange of hands right now. So what better time and who better to talk to than 51% to, recap this championship matchup. So we had Mark versus Gabe. Mark is our champ. What are your thoughts on that game?
Mark right now is having the Dallas effect. The rookie played lights out this year. He had a great season, and he capped it off by winning it all. I had to hand him the trophy, which hurt quite a bit. I was the expected favorite to win it all. But I think it was best for the league that I didn't win because I was starting to monopolize my division.
Oh, that's great. The game didn't turn out how most people expected. They saw high scoring, but a lot of injuries, a lot of waiver wire people were played. The collective's first shot at the Super Bowl, and doesn't go his way. What kind of advice you got for him? Trying to bounce back after you lost the first year and came back to win the second year.
Well, it's tough when you pull a collective, especially when you're a collective.
Hashtag.
Hashtag collective. But you got to give it to him. He fought valiantly in the playoffs. But, I have to take some of the blame for that. I think he spent so much energy trying to beat me that it hurt him in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow. He had a hand in everything this year.
Well, that's how 51% does it.
And in the meaningless third place game, you lost to Fear the Walking Female. She got her points out. 183 points scored. All her players lit it up. It's sad to see such a high performance championship week from your team when it's not in it.
Yeah, it's tough for her. She was the second favorite to win it all. She just had a rough week against Mark. Mark really surprised us with his waiver wire pickups, and he made some veteran moves that were shocking. But 51%. But Walking Female, she did a great job. I mean, she had a great season. Third place. I mean, it's still. It's not fourth place. The fourth place is kind of prestigious, but I give her props too. Let's see how she'll come out next year.
Yeah, we all saw the collective last year storm through the regular season, had one off week, and I think Fear the Walking Female kind of had that similar season. She had 12-2 record. Just dominating her division, dominating matchups. It's tough to see, but that it's gonna be a long legacy for this First and Zen league. So I think she's got a lot more shots coming up.
Oh yeah, she's been in the league 3 years. She's been in since the inaugural season, and she's improved every year. And she had a good draft. Remember when I think Mark had the best draft, but like I commented earlier, he did do a lot of smart veteran waiver wire moves for a rookie.
His draft was like unlike any other teams this year. His top 4 draft picks were all major players throughout the year, whereas for most teams, half those guys were injured. For yourself, Adrian Peterson was your first pick. Your second pick was Jordy Nelson, and then Eddie, the famous Eddie Lacy pick for 51%. So Alabama. 2 of the 3 players for you, the first 3 rounds were injured. So it's great how you bounced back, but Mark's draft was definitely stellar.
Yeah, he definitely is the best draft I think out of everyone in the league. Me, I think I had the worst draft. I think what propelled me into the playoffs was my heart. I had a decisive win over you, Commish Beer Down, in the final game of the season to eliminate you from the playoffs for a third year in a row. And, that was gratifying, but I would have liked to be in the collective.
Yeah, you want to do it all. I get it. So I had to ask you, since you had the trophy this last year, and now Mark has his first time having a trophy, what were your most enjoyable moments with that trophy this past year?
There's so many. I mean, the endless nights at the nightclubs, all the bars and restaurants where me and the trophy popped up. And, just to see the fans come out and want to touch the trophy was nice.
Love it. So you expect the same, reception from Mark? Do you think he'll do anything different with the trophy? What's, any advice?
I think he definitely should take as many pictures as he can with the trophy because I'm coming out with a vengeance next season.
That's
I
true.
miss having the trophy. Where I had it placed in its trophy case, it's just collecting dust now. It's just an empty spot in the trophy case and in my heart. What I'm concerned is I hope Mark doesn't have a sophomore slump.
I think his foundation's pretty strong. Good draft. He's waiver wire active, but with fantasy week to week, you never know. Injuries. It's happened to us all.
See, the thing is, no one knew he was a wild card. No one knew how good he was going to be at fantasy. Now he's got to embrace the target. Everyone's coming after him.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for a great season. End of year party, TBA, and great season. Looking forward to a great next season next year. And this is 51% signing out.
All right, guys, here in the flesh, this year's champ, Mark. The punishment. As you can all see, he's got our trophy.
Oh, my trophy now.
Got his name. Third champ, plaques there. How does it feel, Mark?
Feels real great. Feels real good. I didn't know at the start of the season how it was going to go. Kind of came in here with nothing. Just kind of off the streets. You guys took me in, and now I've nominated all of you to become your master.
I cannot. That is the truth. So so this is the first day you've had a trophy. Any plans?
Yeah. So right now I'm talking to the mayor about my downtown rally, Grant Park. I'm not sure when it's going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be soon. And then I think there's going to be a parade. And then probably I'm going to go on a world tour.
World tour.
Taking it around the globe. Letting people see the glory.
Wow. So people are going to be expecting you around the world.
Yeah, I believe so.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about how you got there. Your matchup against the Collective. You beat them 131-115. Your thoughts on the game? What were you feeling during the game?
So I think the last time we spoke, I had talked about how I had just picked up the Giants defense.
Oh yeah, that was a late pickup.
I was wondering whether it was going to turn out to be a boneheaded move. Well, it was. It ended up not mattering though, because luckily both Gabe and I had terrible games, and it was pretty low scoring except for Doug Baldwin on my team, who had an outstanding game. And that was basically it. Other than that, my kicker got the second highest points.
Right. Yeah, 20 points for Matt Bryant.
Yeah.
And kind of balanced out your defense, but it was a close game. But I think you had control of it going into the last day.
Yeah. I think Gabe and I were actually at the bar, and we were talking about it. But yeah, he was like, all right, it looks like Antonio Brown needs to have the greatest game of his career. So that's all I got.
All for Gabe.
Yeah, just for Gabe. And he had a good game too. He had a good game, but
Just gonna overcome it.
It didn't end up.
So you were watching the games with your competitor Gabe?
No, this was, I think, Christmas Eve.
Okay.
We were just out at the bars, just, celebrating Christmas,
Nice.
I guess.
Great. Well, you got what you wanted.
Yeah. The greatest gift of all.
Speaking of Gabe, he did. There's some records we have for the fantasy year. Who got the most wins? Who got the most losses?
Okay.
Gabe had the most divisional wins, 5-1.
Yeah.
And it did prove to be pretty important because he got the division championship, and he kind of controlled his own path in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Showed how important it was. Our division was a lot tougher. You made it out. You made it into playoffs, and you made it happen.
Yeah, I kind of just squeaked by. I mean, those you're right. Those divisional games are important. Getting the tiebreakers.
You squeaked by with a 10-win season, right?
No, we were
destroying people.
We were tied. I only had like 8 or 9 wins.
Yeah,
It's been so long. I've been doing so much I can't remember.
It's too much partying. Too much party playing with this.
I got a lot of I got a lot of people calling now. There's the phone rings off the hook. People are like asking for interviews and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was lucky to be able to schedule time.
I'm happy you came by. The couch. This is the staple of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you have your trophy. Looking forward to having you and possibly your trophy at the end of league year party.
Yeah, definitely.
Any last words for everybody defeated?
I just want to say it was a great season, and I'm really looking forward to defending the title next year, and probably keeping it because I'm great.
All right, speed round. We got 6 more spots left on this trophy. If you could show everybody, blank spots, 6 more champs. How many times is your name going to be back on there?
So there's 6 spots,
Uh-huh.
and we're going around this way.
Yeah.
Probably all of them.
Ooh. Bold. All right, Mark. So looks like you've been having some fun with that trophy. Wait, so we got some pictures of you on vacation. That's you guys in France. Backwards on a roller coaster.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Wow, I don't even think he's tall enough to be on a ride.
So that wraps up the final First and Zen Fantasy Podcast. Congrats to our champ, Mark, and better luck next year, guys.